What's going on, guys? We are going to talk about Loki episode 5. What else are we talking about, Ace?
He-Man.
Okay. Ref, you got anything else?
The weather.
Along for the ride.
The weather?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
watch the Kiss
It's
documentary
hot.
on A&E. Go watch it
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
This is a memory of Eric
I thought we were
Carr.
going to get a show.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Don't stand up that fast next time.
Got a little
And-
nervous. Hey, got a little nervous, didn't you?
And we got a rookie with us,
Hey, welcome.
and that
guys.
is Aaron. He doesn't
Good.
change his name. We wanted AA Ron, but I guess he's too cool to be AA Ron, so we're
Yeah,
just
I mean,
going to
I
stick with
can't-
Aaron.
I can't steal somebody else's idea. So
All right. So,
Do it
before we
nice.
dive into it and let people get upset that we're going to have spoilers and all that kind of stuff, what did you all think of episode 5? Besides Ref, that he never watches it until later.
I like spoilers.
Ooh, I liked
Go
it.
for it.
I really liked it.
Ref? Okay.
I'm just going to take it for you guys. You like it, I like it. I'm in it.
yeah, I thought
No,
it was.
was.
I
Go
thought it
ahead,
was a solid
man.
episode. No, I just thought it was a solid
Yeah.
episode for sure. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I think the MVP is classic Loki.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I agree with that. I
He was
thought that
rocking
was
the
good.
uniform, man. That was killer. I was impressed by that.
Sam's already said that he wants it to be AA Ron. Sam speaks, we listen.
Aaron.
Well, I mean, it's already spelled Aaron. So if I just put a hyphen in there, do I win? Like, is that?
That's winning.
I
I'll
guess.
bring it back. And if you guys invite me back, I'll change it next time.
See you next week.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
I wish I could change it. I would change it right now.
No. See, you got to keep people wanting more. Next week, I will change it.
That's
All right.
Oh,
Keep
I like
them
that. That's
salivating.
good.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It
You
is
gotta-
time.
That's good.
It is time for spoilers. So
Yep,
if y'all don't
big
want a
time.
spoiler, tough crap, we are going to spoil. Let's get right into it. And I'm going to go a little bit just into it, and I want to know what you all thought of this part right here. The purple.
Oh, Galactus
monster.
or Parallax, one of the two.
I thought it was. How do I say that again? Why am I all of a sudden not able to say it? Alioth?
Eliath.
Eliath. I thought it was him.
Yeah.
Aren't
thought it
you
was
thinking
who?
that's who it Eliath?
Yeah, that's Eliath. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. My only thought though was like, oh great, another cloud monster like Galactus and Parallax are turning into big clouds.
Now we need
Okay.
Yeah.
now we need Hector just screaming the whole time, and we'll be.
Yeah,
just,
we can have him screaming.
By the way, we have somebody upset, and I just want to show y'all. Unfinished Business is a little upset at us for going live right now.
Why? I don't give a
the
crap
lightning
about
one again.
Montreal or Lightning.
Tampa
So that's
Bay.
why we're going live, because we don't give a crap there, Unfinished Business. What? Are you making a TikTok about it right now? I mean, it'd be a good TikTok about staying in the cup.
Yeah. If I remotely
All right,
cared
so
about
let's-
either one of those teams.
Let's
All
talk
right.
about Alioth a little bit. What is the big thing about him? And what could this lead to? I'm going to go right to Ace, so you're front and center on this one.
Well, I don't know how they're going to play this because I feel like it's like, okay, it obviously leads to Kang. This has ties in an older comic. I don't know, one with Ravonna in it, Renslayer. And anyway, yeah, it guarded Kang's fortress. And then, as we see, I won't say it yet, but we get to that. And so I just don't see how we don't get Kang or some version of Kang next episode. But I don't know. I think there's another TikTok guy we follow, and he did mention something that's like, look, they're not going to go for the big reveal on the shows. They're going to save it for the movies. You know, they're going to save a Kang character for the movies or his first appearance. So I don't know. Jury's out. All roads lead to Kang, at least the way I see it. But I still don't know that Marvel's going to do it on this show. I don't know how they get around it though either.
I think eventually it's got to be Kang, but I keep going back to what they said about that they are not going to make any big reveals on a TV series that someone
Right.
can't watch to where it's going to go into the movies. We all know that Kang is going to be in the movies as the big bad. So I don't even know. Do we even get to see a glimpse of that? That's what I don't know. I don't even know if we get to see a glimpse.
Well, I mean, the only thing I could say possibly is we get a version of Kang. Perhaps we get Immortus or the Scarlet Centurion is probably the lesser known of his identities. Kang being the main one, and then Ramatat and Immortus being the other two that are used a lot. So maybe they go like Scarlet Centurion is kind of a knockoff of Kang, and we say, oh, hey, Kang is here. He's in the universe, but we don't see him until the movies, and then that way it doesn't matter if you saw this other guy or not. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they play it.
Aaron, what do you think?
Well, I mean, at some point they have to do something. I mean, with you had everything with Vision and the WandaVision thing where they tried to play everything, and you're like, okay, you get all excited, and then you get nothing in the end. At some point, they're gonna have to do something. I mean, they've been teasing Kang the whole time, and so to not have some version of him, I mean, if we just get flashy colors and here's a statue that looks like him, and if we just get those, I mean, I just think you're just pushing an audience more and more away from a must-watch show, So, I mean, at some point they have to do something. I mean, it's everything's going that direction. So if it's another one of those misdirections, it just fools all of us, and we just get tired of it. So,
I agree with that.
Ref, I'll ask you this
Ron.
because it's not part of the show. Do you think that we are actually going to see Kang in Loki? Is it? We only got one left. So do you really think that this will happen?
No, I'm in the I'm with Aaron in the sense that it would sure be nice, but we're gonna be back with nut section Thanos. We're gonna be teased in the senses that we're gonna be teased and just showing like a glimpse. Okay, I guess I'll take it, but man, I tell you what, you could do a lot with Kang, and the only thing that gives me hope is they're bringing a lot of the characters from the big screen to the small screen, and so hopefully having a little bit of overlap would be it's too. Is it? I haven't trimmed them recently. I forgot my laptop.
All right, so I want to go a little further in before we really get stuck on this, because I think we'll have other opportunities to talk about Kang. When they go back to where Sylvie is with Ravonna and they're talking about time, explain this part where she's saying that time stops. And it's where basically the Loki and the variants are because they don't care about that part of time. So explain what she's meaning about the timekeepers and all that. That would be you, Ace. I mean, nobody else will be able to explain that.
I mean, I'm about as lost as everyone else on that. I mean, that's the end of time. So it's a dumping site. It's a dumping zone.
Since they don't know what the end is going to be, they don't care about that part. Is that what it is?
Well, I think, at least the way I'm understanding it, somehow they view that they can't go past that time. They're not allowed to.
I thought they were saying it was still being written. So that's why they didn't care about it because it was still being written past that point.
Yeah.
Is what she said. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, honestly, the whole Nexus events is really cool when you talk about Nexus beings and stuff like that. But that's not really what they were referring to in that area. But
yeah. Yeah, I mean, so it's literally a dumping ground for everything. I mean, honestly, and I don't know if Sam's still with us. I don't recall, reading anything particular to this outside of King's kind of a huge castle / fortress that Goliath kind of guarded. That's all in the comics.
Here's what Sam just said. We're going to see the next Loki type character, not just a step down from King.
Well, it might be true. Maybe it's some kind of ultimate Loki. Which, again, I go back to agreeing with Aaron that
you guys are already using
Ref. Yeah, and Ref that at some point though it's like, man, quit teasing us. Eventually we'll be like, oh man, these shows are kind of nothing burger, so why even bother tuning in?
I'm just telling you.
Though, on the flip side, they did make Sam Captain America in the show. So if they actually make a Captain America 4 and Sam's Cap, it's like you'll have had to have watched that show, I would think. So,
that's a good point.
Hold on, no, not really, because if you think about it, Captain America handed him the shield. You don't need to that's what I don't know. Like my whole point is, I don't need a TV show of 8 episodes to show me, Sam turning into Captain America. Like when you talk about it being a crucial, much watched show, that doesn't move the needle for me to watch 6 episodes of him becoming Captain America when Captain America handing him the shield.
So you're just you just skip. You're just like, okay, I went to point A to point C. It didn't need B. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're filling in. I mean, I don't need to see that he goes out that he has a fishing boat and he sits there and talks on the fishing boat to clean it up for 5 episodes, to then become Captain America.
That was rough. That was rough.
I think Aaron is really talking about the idea that, like in comics, and Marvel does this all the time, is they have their big overarching storyline. I am, and I look good, thank you.
I love this new feature.
I do too.
Yeah,
that's what Marvel does, is they make this big storyline, and then they have all these tie-ins. I mean, so maybe they're gonna make these TV series more like a tie-in. Like you can have it, but it's not gonna interrupt your cinematic enjoyment. Which I think would be great.
Okay, so I have a question before we jump in, and I don't want to get too far into this, but in 2021, I think Disney Plus series are going to be better than Marvel movies.
For this year?
Yep, and I think that could be a bad thing going forward for Marvel.
It could be. I mean, I personally, my expectations are really low now for Black Widow. So if I walk out of there surprised, I'll be happy, or at least like, oh, that was pretty good, because I'm pretty disgusted from what I hear about Taskmaster and just some of the other more honest reviews, and not probably the bought and paid for reviews, are kind of selling it as pretty mediocre. So yeah, and then Shang-Chi is a toss-up. I think for me it's very appealing because I love the character, but I don't know that I see a lot of things there appealing to the non-comic fan or the non-deep comic fan. And then Eternals, man, it's got horrible buzz. Really bad. So, yeah, I think you could be right.
Okay, so we talked last week about what makes a comic book great. And character development and storyline was a big part of it. On these series, they are able to make a character development that we have never seen in a movie before because they have way more time. So I don't know. I'm just liking how the series feels compared to just doing a brand new movie on Shang-Chi that I know nothing backstory about.
Can I be a Debbie Downer and say that I give way more craps about DC's time traveling stuff than I do about Marvel's, like Booster Gold, Rip Hunter, like all that stuff.
Oh
Like
my
that
gosh.
that would
Had to go
bury
there.
the
Booster Gold.
shiznit. I'm
Here we go.
sorry. I must be in love. I don't know.
All right, so one last thing from Sam. He says, "Oh yeah, definitely Shang-Chi looks okay. Eternals looks bad, and Black Widow is a little too late." And I think that's a fair comment.
Yeah, I think Eternals is gonna bomb. I really do. Because I think they have that Chloe Zhang, I think, who won the Oscar for Best Picture, and she's really artsy, which is fine. And there's people that have seen it that says it's going to be Marvel's first Oscar winner, kind of. Well, it translates into introspective, boring, and artsy
Political.
fartsy and political. And
All
so
right.
that's fine. That's gonna tank.
So we are going back to Loki episode 5.
Oh,
And
Loki.
what is this? What does this actually mean? And what is the flying saucer like thing in the background? I'm sort of lost on this photo.
That is Jack Sparrow's ship.
There's the
Disney.
crossover. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, it's a tease in the crossover. Davy Jones is teaming up with Thanos. He's coming back.
So are we able to guess what this is back here?
Looks like the Enterprise.
That's the Star Trek Enterprise. Thank you. That's correct.
A new crossover. Oh man, somebody's got a fan.
Oh,
Sam likes you.
There you go. I'm in. See you next week.
Yeah,
See you
yeah,
next
right.
squeezing me out. They're ridiculing me and bringing AA.
What are you talking about?
What?
Rev, you're on
Trim the
top.
nose hairs.
I'm at the bottom now. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I want to see these nose.
Oh, does
hairs,
this go by
Coach.
rating?
Come on.
Oh, wow, cool.
So this
Raffle.
was one of my favorite parts coming up.
Kid
mine
Loki.
Kid Loki pulls the sword out on Loki. I'm gonna talk bad because certain streamers, I'm telling you, this was a great episode. It wasn't just good, it was great. And
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I did not, man, you're digging just as hard to find negative stuff about an episode as you are just sitting back and enjoying it. And to me, I don't know much about Kid Loki, but hearing from you all and looking at it just a little bit, Kid Loki is a big character in the comics and deserves some of the hype that he was getting. And it is going to go right into, what was it? The Young Avengers or the Young.
Yeah,
It's going right into that. It's all setting up for this perfectly. So I don't get why they're so mad at this.
I mean,
Well, I didn't actually watch the podcast to hear what they were complaining about, but I know some of it was the female saves the male and the male looks stupid angle, but I don't see it in this episode. Or were they railing on Kid Loki too? Because I thought
Kid Loki has all the power. Here, pretty quick, we're going to see Kid Loki is a king of the Loki kingdom, and
so
Kid
what?
Loki's Nexus event was he killed Thor compared to everybody else. I mean,
but they're
what is wrong with that?
For once, they're
Weird.
probably placating to comic fans, because what they're doing is Journey into Mystery is one of had this huge cult following. Wouldn't you agree, Ace? And oh, jeez,
Loki.
I love this one
Hey, hold
too.
when he bit his arm off.
Hey, you're going too far ahead, but
Oh,
yeah, that was
sorry.
awesome.
Dude, that was the coolest thing ever, man.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That was pretty cool.
I didn't see it coming at all. That's awesome. Like,
I want to hear from chat. Somebody tell me, Sam, somebody, I want to hear if we liked the alligator Loki. I loved it.
Oh, I thought he's cool as hell.
it's not
Actually,
as good as Frog Thor.
right. Hey, them having the conversation about whether or not the alligator was in fact a Loki, and whether or not it was like a complete Loki thing to do to not be a Loki, but then to play a Loki. Like I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is. Yeah, croaky. I think croaky sounds good. Is it croaky?
Sounds right, but it's
Yeah.
an alligator, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
just sounds
Well,
like
that's
death,
what- yeah.
croaky.
Croaky. Loki croaky.
Eh,
Hell, that's cool though. Whatever it is.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get. I mean, not to get off topic, but I don't get. At some point, we've seen people like shill for studios and like, oh hey, this movie's so good and blah blah blah. And it's like, come on. It's like Ghostbusters. What was it? 2016, the all-female one. It's like, okay, fine, they're all women. These are really funny actresses, so it should be good. And it sucked. It sucked balls. So on the flip side, and you found people trying to play it up and give it positive reviews, and it's like, no, it's terrible. On the flip side, it's like some of these guys are trying way too hard to make a good show seem bad, and it's like that it's just ridiculous.
Unfinished Business is in our chat, and he hasn't seen one single episode of Loki. What the hell?
So why are you wasting our time and yours? Go to bed.
What'd you think about the underground bunker?
Yeah, it was cool. It seemed like very 50s atomic bomb paranoia.
It's sort of a
Underground bunker.
little bit like Lost right there to me on that one part.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's probably a better analogy. Or
I'm gonna.
reference.
I think you said this earlier that I think the biggest thing that Loki is feeling is 100% Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, they are kind of on a journey, aren't they? And getting friends, and I mean, it's not identical, but yeah, they're gonna go to a big castle or building or whatever it was at the end. So
Just give him a yellow brick road, and man,
yeah,
Plus, you had the man pay no attention to the man behind the curtain when they cut the timekeeper's head off.
right.
Okay. One thing that was really pissing me off, and this is later, is when Sylvie and Ravonna are talking, and Ravonna goes, "You gotta just trust me. Do you trust me?" Why the hell would you trust her?
Yeah, I didn't buy that for a second,
No.
and I'm not as savvy as Sylvie.
And then
not a smart
obviously, real quick, Ravonna turned on her. Sylvie is basically pinned down, and I loved what she ends up doing. What did you all think of that?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, help me remember this part though. Did she know Loki wasn't dead? That he was just, I forgot.
But
Well,
you know, he
no,
didn't
no, she
mention-
didn't.
told her.
Hold on. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is there was some trust there. Like she had to have some trust because Ravonna said, "Hey, he's not, dead. He's still
That's
alive,
right.
maybe." So,
Yeah, so she, I guess she figured, well, she probably wasn't going to make it here if she didn't do that. And was like, well, hopefully she was telling the truth and I'm going to end up wherever Loki is. So, yeah, I thought I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Sam thinks it's Cloverfield Lane feel.
Cloverfield Lane. Oh, yeah. Excellent movie, by the way. Yeah.
And this episode was called Journey into Mystery. Isn't that a big Loki comic book run?
Well, it's the original appearance of Thor. I mean, Thor appeared in Marvel Comics in Journey into Mystery number something or other. And so, yeah, it's been used several times throughout the years by Marvel Comics, and one of the runs of Journey into Mystery was Loki or Kid Loki. So, yeah, it's a big thing, big ass Guardian Thor title. So, yeah, that was cool.
Okay, this is one thing that was complained about. Small Loki sitting in basically Santa's chair
Yeah,
in the throne.
that seems pretty cool.
So basically, everything is not true down there, and they're saying to all the little kids that Santa's not true.
Who the
That-
hell?
Who do you
Coming up
think?
with this?
Who do you think?
That's reaching.
Who do you think said that? Has
Tell
two
me.
letters in his name.
Az said that?
Yeah.
So
He's reaching for nothing. Like, seriously, he's losing all credibility with that argument. I mean, it's oh yeah, turning into Mystery 14. Yeah, that just is crazy to me. Like,
That's a
come on.
reach, isn't it?
I mean, I thought it was
you're
funnier.
just
I thought it was
just
funnier with
pandering
the
to an audience.
Did you guys catch the all the Loki's drinking, and then Kid Loki's drinking a high C juice box? I thought that was like
There it
awesome.
is.
Oh,
If you can see, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I thought
I
see,
didn't-
that was funny. Like that's the instead of dogging on Christmas, like how about you actually see the humor where he's sipping on a juice box while everybody else is drinking wine?
Isn't that
apparently.
also Disney that they just can't allow him to be drinking?
I just thought it was hilarious. He's drinking a high C juice box. I mean, how funny is that?
It is pretty good.
I mean,
yeah, I actually didn't see that, so that is pretty fun.
yeah, he was sipping on it like it's like the straws right there. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's great.
And obviously, something we all missed. It was everybody's talking about the hammer, the African American with the hammer, or is this the Black Thor? But it was just boastful Loki.
Boastful Loki. Yep.
Oh, we just ruined Sam's childhood. Wait, Santa ain't real. Sorry.
I know. Well, he's real in
Sorry,
our
Sam.
hearts.
I'm sorry, buddy.
He might be real. We don't know.
Now, here's another thing that they were pissed off about.
Oh, come on.
All the Loki variants.
Why?
Now,
thought
I
that's cool as
understand.
hell.
I thought it was cool, but I think I understand what they were saying is because this was right here showing President Loki. So they showed this in all the trailers. So we were thinking this was going to be the President Loki. And then they were mad real quick saying that now we can't trust anything that Disney does or Marvel does because they could just say it's variants for everything. So
I guess if I could maybe say I thought President Loki would have had a little more to do or maybe been a stronger presence. So that was kind of that I can see where that's kind of disappointing. I might knock the episode like so slightly for that.
yeah.
But what the hell else, what are they talking about otherwise? That doesn't make a lick of sense.
I just think they want to be mad at everything right now.
Yeah, I mean it's gotten ridiculous. Well, it's Disney. See, you can't give Disney any credit right now because they're an evil organization, which they mostly are. But it's like okay, we can't enjoy anything that's out that's good because it's made by them, and their only mission is to preach and pander to a certain audience. I mean, that's their viewpoint.
I did see Throg. I couldn't stop it at the perfect time to put it up here. But what did you all think of that little nod that you could see him, running and jumping?
Yeah. I need to pause it. It was a little too quick. I wish we could have had just like 1 second longer on him. But yeah, it was really cool.
That's
so
what
this
she
was
said.
I thought this was actually an amazing scene coming up where Sylvie is doing, I guess, touching Alioth to where she can see something in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that. Okay, so that's when she first gets there and she's running and she touches it and touches Alioth and yeah. I need to go back on. Do you guys remember what she saw? Like, what was it she saw?
Hey,
you guys remember?
I took it as that she realized that she could enchant it, not. I didn't think that. Like that's what I thought she could see past.
She
memories,
did,
right?
She did see a thing, and it was. I think it was the castle.
Yeah, but
that she saw a vision of.
Okay.
Past memory, though, right? Like what she was doing with the other.
Possibly
with the timekeeper, right? That's the way I took it. That she was seeing, hey, it's a past memory. I can enchant this thing and get through it to the actual timekeeper.
I'm going to
Which
say
one?
that they did something way different with Sylvie too on the lighting and everything. She looked way different than she did at the early scenes in Loki, in my opinion.
Yeah, she does look slightly different. So it is the lighting totally. Did we lose Ref? Like, what is happening? Is he
I don't know.
being assaulted?
Cold
So-
beer, fellas. I had to get a cold
Oh,
beer.
okay.
What'd you think of this?
Mobius it's pizza time. He's delivering pizza.
But I thought this was awesome. Man, I'm still confused on what Mobius is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's still that rumor that he's a Kang. I doubt it. He's probably just going to be some guy from the
That he's what?
90s that Kang.
Yeah, I've heard people are trying to say that he is Kang. He's going to be
Yeah,
Kang at the end.
Yeah,
I
that he's a
don't
version of Kang. I don't
see that. Oh man, Ollie off.
That's a waste of Owen Wilson.
Elias.
Hey, Elias. Stop yelling at me,
Yeah.
Sam. Elias.
Say it with
Ollie off.
like Goliath.
Elias. Shut up, Sam. I was going to invite you in too. Shut up, Sam. Ref just T-ball, man.
You
Can't be
get
that
him,
strong.
Sam. You get him, Sam.
I know Ace cringes when I get everybody's name wrong. I was calling him Mobius, Morbius.
Don't even have to watch Morbius anymore, guys. We see him on Loki.
Hey, I'm
well,
there's a
big part that coming up. And did you see this coming? Where the Loki variants turn on each other and boastful Loki basically he gave them all up.
Yeah, I thought that was like, it was great storytelling there, just to show all these other Loki variants just don't learn, like, you know. And it was kind of true of our Lokis. Like, I can remember watching Ragnarok, and it's like, and he betrays Thor again, and this time Thor's like, do you realize you do this all the time? You never learn. It's like, okay, here's a bunch of Lokis who don't learn anything. This is great, though. I didn't see this.
Where's the blood, though? There's no blood squirting or anything.
It's PG-13. You know how it is. We know the drill.
I thought that was
awesome.
It's already been
I think that was my highlight of my episode right there, though. That was especially when he swings his arm and he's like thinking it's okay, and then he's like, oh my god, it's gone.
I was laughing pretty hard. But if you remember when the alligator and boastful Loki got in a little fight, the alligator also went right for his hand, and nothing happened on that. You remember that?
Yeah. Well, he must be really biting down hard on this Loki. Bite down hard.
Now, were you okay with how our classic, our Loki that we know, how he was just sitting around watching all this chaos when basically he's been like this himself?
What are you asking exactly?
Well, like the Loki that we know, is just walking around while everybody's fighting, like sort of dumbfounded that he can't believe that they're all fighting. But I mean, that would be exactly him to Thor and all them too, being that uncivil and chaotic, kind of person. He's actually grown up.
Yeah, I mean,
through this,
right? Yeah, I think that's what's cool. It's like, okay, he actually has changed, and he sees that these Lokis haven't. They're just stuck in the same old routine of betraying and thinking only of themselves, betray whoever to get ahead. So he's like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so what is this in here for?
That is a nod to G.I. Joe and crossover potential there.
Stop it.
Probably shipwreck.
It isn't.
I think.
What some people have said that it is a nod to some actual warship that was lost.
Yeah, you know what? These are I'm sure these are Easter eggs. These are like deep, deep Easter eggs.
Okay.
In fact, there was an Easter egg that I stumbled upon today, and when I watched the episode, I still didn't see it. I mean, it must have been so quick or in the background that I never spotted it. And it was the like a stone head of the living tribunal, which is pretty cool. But I never
Oh,
even saw it. I never even saw it in the episode. So there's probably all this stuff is probably some type of super, deep Easter egg. That number on the side is probably a nod to some comic issue with the first appearance of somebody.
okay. This is when they all meet, Sylvie and Mobius, and it was so weird how calm they were that all these Lokis are coming out of the woodwork and they're just like, oh, okay, cool. Everybody's here.
I did notice is like our Loki was kind of running up like a giddy schoolgirl, excited to see Sylvie, and they just kind of stand there. He's like, "Okay, yeah, all right, good, yeah, good to see you."
This right here, this scene is another, in my opinion, nod to Wizard of Oz with the
Yeah.
fence and like torn up. It reminds me of the Kansas Twister, on the farm and all that
Oh
kind of stuff.
yeah, kind of it does very much
So
have that
somebody
look.
has to be doing that on purpose.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I think they're dropping Wizard of Oz references and visual reminders just constantly, which is cool.
And I'm going to say this. This right here took way too freaking long. For
They
this
could
to
have
be
cut
the
down the
fifth
scene.
episode and they talked this long and
I
he
can
put
remember
it,
that scene. Like, yeah,
I don't know, put the cover around her. It was just, I mean, I sort of know we needed it for them to finally connect in what the way we've all thought. And by the way, another thing that makes me angry watching some um other streams is they were all pissed off that Loki announced that he was bi, which whatever. That didn't bother me, but none of them have said anything that he's getting together with the female Loki. And so
yeah.
why there has been no, I don't know. I think that's another reach, and now that it didn't go the direction that they were told it was going to go in, they're not going to say anything about it. But this was, I don't know what you can be mad at.
Oh,
This was good.
if anything, you could have missed his little nod or reference to what was even said and not even picked up on that. I mean, all he said was a bit of both, actually. Okay, I
Mm.
mean, I could have just looked down or, I mean, got something to drink real quick, and I would have never even noticed that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, the writers and producers made a big thing of it, and it was a news story for about a day, but it's actually affecting the story. It does nothing. And yeah, he's
Right.
actually with a woman, so it's just silliness.
I don't even know what it even mattered. I mean, it
Well,
didn't affect me either way, and didn't affect anything.
Well, but I mean, I think what frustrates me, and I'm not saying anything on, I just get tired of having to throw in a line to throw in a line.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, make it important to the story or don't. And I don't know if they're going to do that in a future or whatever, but like, just, I don't know. Like, if you're going to make him bisexual, great, do it, but own it. Like, don't throw a line in there and then champion that as some cause that you're trying to do and how you're so happy about it, when all you did was
right,
put in a line that half the people missed, or
right. It was
yeah,
irrelevant to the story, completely
yeah.
irrelevant. Which,
Check.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's all. Well, to me, it was a checkbox, and to me, I'm
yeah,
not championing a checkbox. And so, either do it and own it, or don't do it, because it didn't matter to the story. Obviously,
right,
obviously Loki loving himself is okay, but so.
right, yeah.
Oh, Sam, I can't show that. If y'all
Uh-oh.
can see that, you can read it. I can't read it. Anyway, Ace, explain the significance to this next photo in the comics.
Is there any?
Well, it's the sword. It's his sword, that the flaming sword in the comics that he
Oh
actually had
yeah,
for a short while.
yeah. You're gonna be shocked to hear this, but I didn't read any of those
Didn't like
Loki
the
stuff.
Loki comics.
No, I didn't. I never cared for Kid Loki or any of the Loki, most recent Loki stuff. It was kind of dreadful, actually.
So, which one did you, out of all the Lokis, do you like the MCU version of Loki better than the comic book version?
Oh, yeah, probably by a wide margin. He was never one of my favorite villains. In fact, he was always kind of one note, and he was always so tied to Thor, even though he was the first villain in Avengers #1. So that was a cool thing they did with the first Avengers movie. But outside of that, never been one of my favorite villains. And so, yeah, definitely one where the actor and the character they did for the MCU is much more interesting to me than what they've done in the comics. And then, yeah, some of the other stuff. Oh, look at you. I thought you were watching hockey. Um, anyway, yeah, I just never really was that interested in the Kid Loki stuff, or I don't know that Ref. Oh, we lost Ref. We lost him.
No, he's here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
I don't know.
I haven't
if we
even
ever,
yawned.
I don't know if we have that trait of Loki that I have never got back or not. I don't even know. Anyway, it's irrelevant.
Oh my! Which one?
Actually, that's the Sun Sword from Thundar the Barbarian. That's what that is.
Oh God.
Hey, go watch the cartoon. It still holds up. You'll thank me later.
Okay.
All right, so we got Loki and Sylvie fighting.
Let's say it all together.
Wait, what?
Let's say it. Fighting
Hodor.
who? Hodor.
Ollie off.
No. From now on, we're just gonna call it
Ollie
Ollie.
Ollie,
Goliath.
Aye.
All right.
I thought this was great. I thought there was a couple instances where again,
Where's
if they wanted
Classic
to,
Loki at? I want to talk
he's
about
coming
Classic
up,
Loki.
man. He's coming up, and I think this is
Shoot,
where
man.
Classic Loki steals the
All
show.
right,
But
all right.
there's also, if you want to dig deep on what's wrong with it, on feminism and all that, what about then also you have to say Loki stepped up in this situation and was going to be basically the bait. You know what I mean? And no talk about that at all. It was just about how Loki stood behind Sylvia and all this stuff. This Loki pushed her to the side and said, "I will go and be the bait for you."
Seems like it was a team effort to me. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
so what? She can enchant. Well, guess what, guys? I'm sure all you bitching about the show have read comics. Therefore, you know who she's kind of a combination of is Loki, but she's really more the enchantress from the comics, and that is her deal. She enchants people. So
Here's your classic Loki.
there
And
he
he
is.
stole the show. I'm going to say that right now.
MVP. Rocking that original costume from the comics, man.
And man, this
Silver
this
Age.
looks so cool what he did. I don't know how much of this I can show, but that was fantastic, by the way.
Oh man, yeah, that's freaking great. Yeah.
Asgard,
Yeah.
big time.
I did like that line that Loki, well, maybe Sylvie said something like, I didn't know we could do that, or I think we've been selling ourselves short, something like that. Like, well, you need to step it up. Look what we can actually do.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
But of course, when we're right here, Loki doesn't know how to do it yet. Now, I want to tease one thing that really bothered me is the monsters coming closer, and of course, classic Loki. Unfortunately, he bites it.
Yeah. Damn it. Come on.
But
Marvel.
what frustrates me is as the thing gets closer and closer, what does Loki finally do? Because it's about to them. He finally figures it out how to do it because he's about to die. Why couldn't you figure that out 20 seconds ago and save classic Loki?
Oh, come on, man. It's storytelling 101. You got to create tension. Someone had to die.
Man, make the old man die.
That's how it goes.
That's sexism right there on old people. White
That's
old dude just died.
ageism. What the hell?
Ageism, yeah, man. It's a terrible thing. It's terrible. I get ageism all the time. They call me old bastard and things like that. It's really mean.
It's just deep.
Ref chill, dude.
I don't
Just
even know where that
T-ball.
was about. So I think
You
he
mean
was being
Coke?
selfish, by the way.
Who?
I thought
Our-
our Loki and Sylvie was being selfish.
They didn't. I mean, they didn't
Oh,
ask
no.
him to go give himself up, guys. I mean, so
Yeah. Don't be hating on it. Everyone played a hero. Everyone's a hero there.
Oh, they're holding hands, and they're still holding hands, and they don't have to right now.
I think it's great. I love to see a love story.
That's what this
It's
is about,
the-
right?
It's the Notebook of the Marvel Universe.
Man, they're
Yeah,
holding
you
hands
know,
for a
hey.
long time too. I don't think I can keep playing that. But here we go.
Yeah. You'll get canceled.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
100% Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. You know,
If
it's
there
really more of a big mansion.
If there was a little yellow brick road right here to here, it would have been Wizard of Oz gigantically.
Yeah. Notice all
So-
the green, too.
Is this Kang?
This is... It should be Kang, but don't hold your breath. I mean, I don't know. It should be.
with all that they've teased, if it's not, I'm telling you, that would be my one. That would be my one thing that I would be just so frustrated with. That it's just it would make honestly every single Marvel show, while they're great, you just can't count with them. So
You know, you're right, Aaron. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry I was laughing. I was laughing.
no,
at
I know why you're laughing. I was reading it too. I was trying not to pay attention, but like that's my whole point is like these shows have to mean something. I mean, they can be great shows because they're great, but they have to mean something too. And so you can't just tease
Yeah.
and tease and tease and then
Yeah.
and then pull the rug away every time. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where
I agree.
give us one. Just give me
I
one.
agree.
Like,
Right.
One thing that disappointed me a little bit
Yeah.
about this is there was no end cutscene.
they talked about the color.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I read somebody talking about the color scheme when they looked through there of it being Kang's color scheme, which was kind of cool. I didn't notice that. I just read that somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, it's green and purple. I didn't.
Yeah,
Was there purple there too?
and there was
Okay,
like the blue in
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
But I read that and I was like, man, you have to really be looking to catch that really quick. So it was almost
Yeah, I
like
mean-
the Frog Thor.
I think some people go frame by frame and just study every.
Mm-hmm.
Not as
Second.
bad as what they did on WandaVision.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah. Everyone was thinking every scene, every prop in the scene had meant something. It's like, okay.
But they
Guess
did
what?
that to
None of
us.
it meant anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They did that to us. What did you all think of this? And I don't know if I'm gonna put it big. Did you see what is on Stark Tower on the side of it?
Yeah. That has. Oh gosh, that's a company. What did I know about that?
It's
It's,
Kang Enterprises.
Yes.
QENG.
Yeah. It was something. Okay. That's in the books too.
So Kang actually bought Stark Tower.
Yeah. I mean, they're dropping hint after hint after hint. So, I don't know. We'll see what this is. It's going to be real interesting next Wednesday morning when to stay away from spoilers. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's going to be tough.
Man,
You know,
they're
and
kind of.
it'll be a shame if they don't stick the landing on this. It really will be because this has been super great, I think.
I've liked it, and I told you all when we started this that I was actually on Loki. In the first episode, I was thinking, yeah, I understand why I'm but then I got hooked, and it's been great.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. To reiterate what you said, I too was on Loki, like whatever. But yeah, so far probably my favorite one of the three. WandaVision's very close though. I really liked WandaVision.
All right, so we'll start with you, Ace. What do you want to see in the last episode?
Kang, what the hell?
That's it. That's like the main thing that you want to see.
Well, I want to see I mean, how do I describe it? I want to be satisfied, so I don't know what I want for sure, other than if it's not Kang, I would like, okay, make it something pretty relevant or profound. Otherwise, you wasted my time.
Could it be Ravonna?
Yeah, I guess, and I probably would be like, I don't really want to see Mobius be bad because I've really liked him and his relationship with Loki, so that would be kind of sad. But if it's not Kang, if it's like a Mortis, Scarlet Centurion, some other form of Kang, I would be satisfied with that, knowing that we're getting Jonathan Majors as the actual Kang in Ant-Man 3. So, I would be okay with that, I guess, but I don't know. That's kind of what I want to see. And I hope Sylvie and Loki make it out together, but I don't know. That probably won't happen.
All right,
That's
so
kinda
we'll go with Aaron next, but there is a question first for Aaron. So, Sam, what is your question for Ron?
Pressure.
But you can start saying what you want to see at the end.
Yeah, I don't have to wait.
He asks the question.
I mean, Kang. Obviously, I want to be stop jerking me around with all these, and don't give me like half of it. Don't give me like a tease that he's there. Like just do it. Like jump all in, finish the storyline, make it mean something. And I know that they don't want to make any big reveals, but we already know that that Kang's coming in Ant-Man. So it's not like it's not like you're making a reveal that we don't know is going to happen. So just drop him in there and be done with it. So
I agree.
All right.
I mean, that's not saying like what I mean. I honestly, yeah. I mean, if Loki and Sylvie are together, I think that would be great to give a little bit of a happy ending to a Loki who turned good. I don't know if I necessarily need it. I'm more interested in seeing how this sets up, the rest of the universe, so to speak.
Ref, I know you haven't watched this one, but what do you want to see at the end?
Hyperion.
I'm gonna go maybe a little different. I want to see some sort of reunion with Asgard. I want to see more Asgardians. I want to see more linkage towards Asgard. I think I don't know. I'm kind of missing it. Kind of, I kind of miss the idea of having this great,
Well, you're gonna get it for Love and Thunder soon.
We're gonna get Oklahoma. We're gonna get Oklahoma.
Yeah, but I think this would be a good start. You could tease.
All right, well, Aaron, you're back because he finally is asking you, is Taskmaster in the top 10 fighters in Marvel Comics, yes or no?
Oh, my gosh, Sam.
Let it go, Sam.
I mean, I'm going to go no.
He has a superpower.
Wait. What did you say?
Aaron.
What did Aaron just say?
I'm saying
Aaron
no.
said no. Yeah.
I'm saying no.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah. So
take that, you two.
Why is he? What is everybody else?
Him and Ref think that we made a top 10 fighters and left out Taskmaster. We put him in as honorable mention.
Yeah, I mean,
we left him out. Now they're all pissed off.
I'm not saying he's not a great fighter. Or she, right? What are we?
That's it.
Fired.
He's out.
Yeah,
Mute
turn
him.
him off. Turn him
Mute
off.
him.
You
Don't
go.
get me.
You
I'm
go.
making a joke.
He goes.
Ah, he got muted.
man.
All right. So I will say this. I do want to see, obviously, Kang, but I 100% think this is going to be a typical Disney series type of show. I think Ravonna is what we're going to see at the end. And Ravonna is going to reveal the relationship she does have with Kang. So that might be the twist that we find out, but it's still not going to be said. We're just going to see something that, connects the two together. I don't believe we're going to, they've dropped hints about Kang, but let's be real. We haven't seen anything gigantic yet in a reveal besides maybe Sam's suit on any of these series so far. So I just don't think we're going to get it.
Yeah, gosh. I mean, maybe they'll throw us a curveball. I'm hoping for the curveball, but I'm betting on not much.
Well, they said too that don't expect. I mean, everything I've been reading, it was like don't expect Majors in there because he got signed so officially announced so late that they didn't know if they could get him in. But some of that is I don't know. So I mean, I'm not looking forward to the love angle. So
yeah.
I mean, I just think it's cheap to say, oh, hey, look, Ramona's there. Oh, she's in love with, I just think that's a cheap way to do it. I mean, but that's just me.
Yeah.
All right. That is all I got on look. Go ahead.
Just one last thing. I'm just hoping it sets up season 2 for more multiverse kind of traveling the various worlds and I'm still super pulling for like a Squadron Supreme kind of thing. I mean, how awesome would that be for a season 2 or Loki?
How would that happen though?
Well, I mean, Loki they take down the TVA. I don't know, and somehow there's going to be a season 2. So it would be cool for him to be kind of like the Time Lord, just wandering through time. For what purpose, I don't know for sure, but stumble upon the Squadron Supreme's world. I mean, you could go into the how the great 12-issue series started, where it was all in disarray, and kind of adopt that whole storyline, but have Loki in there as a antagonist or protagonist, whichever way you want to go with it. Anyway, I'd love to see that.
I just think that's going to be really hard to do in an hour ending.
Oh well, it's a tease. Oh no, I'm not saying. Okay. No. I'm like a
sort of.
Like,
then
hey, this is going to be setting up season 2, and season 2 is going to be Squadron Supreme specific. Loki's there traveling through various worlds.
Okay. Sort of what we were hoping with the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Are we done?
Yes, sir.
I have a quick question for Aaron. Ron. If you would like to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't mute him.
I'm good, man.
Ron. Why not Taskmaster in the top 10? I'm really ate up about this, bro. I thought we could.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna say top 10, I mean, there's so many others that you could rate up in there. Like
this guy can mimic other people, other people's moves.
Really, this is where
he's photographic.
I mean, once again, do we always have to use the he term? I mean, that's where I just poking the bear.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Don't mute me. I was joking.
All right.
You just got canceled.
Now at this time,
I was just joking. Okay.
All right. So are we ready to go into some He-Man news, or is that the next step that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think our next little thing for tonight will just be to briefly discuss the controversy over He-Man. I'll tell you what. The new He-Man cartoon, Masters of the Universe Revelations, coming to Netflix, I think, the 23rd of this month. So it looks, that first trailer looked amazing. There seems to be a lot of buzz right now on He-Man. I'm getting text messages from friends and family members are like, oh man, I can't wait for He-Man. And, they're not like super into, all the geek stuff, but they're looking forward to He-Man. So a lot of buzz here, but I'll let you guys talk about what Kevin Smith has denied
I think you're going to have to talk about it a little bit too, but from the beginning, he said that this show is going to be all about He-Man.
Right.
But then their Clownfish TV has found some information out through a source that he says that he is finding out that this show is going to flip and He-Man loses his powers or is totally like gone.
Yeah.
And Teela is actually going to be the one that takes over and is going to be the full powers. Now, I will say this. I wouldn't mind that storyline as long as that's not the only storyline that we would ever get. But how Kevin Smith has made all of this seem, if it plays out to where Teela is the main hero, everything that he said is a 100% lie. I mean, it just is. He played the story very well.
Yeah, well, I think Kevin Smith has already proven himself to be a bit of a liar because he's claiming to be this massive He-Man fan, and there's proof of a tweet that he's sent out, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And someone was asking him about He-Man or referenced He-Man. He goes, "Oh, man, I don't really know. I was never that big of a He-Man fan." And now he claims to be like the biggest He-Man fan ever, making this show. So he's going to lose validation already. So all of his, I think what's happened is the word got out, leaked to Clownfish. They reported on it. Kevin Smith came back, with scathing comments and He-Man's the star of the show. That's not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. I think it is. And I hope, like you said, Coach, that if it is true, it's only for 2 or 3 episodes and not the whole season. Maybe it's just a 1 or 2 episode thing, and then we go on to more adventures with He-Man and other things. So,
I mean, Kevin
see.
Smith got nasty with Clownfish TV, by the way.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I mean, what happened to the Clerks, Kevin Smith? Now he just kind of shills for the big studios and he cries at every video. Like everything he sees is the greatest thing he's ever seen. It's like, okay, I mean, I like stuff too, but I don't tend to bawl my eyes out at every geek trailer I see.
Who left? Aaron, did his phone die?
Hey, Ron! Oh no!
I did not kick him. Just to let you know.
Oh, you muted him. Now you kick him out.
Technical difficulties for Ron.
What do you think about the photos that we've already seen with Teela?
Oh gosh, look at the haircut. Come on, man.
Why do you feel that they cut that like that? I mean,
it's to show she's manly and strong.
We have to have a LGBTQ character, so let's take Teela and make her.
I can't find the photo of her haircut before that, but she looked like a badass already anyway, even with long hair.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we need to explain too the reason this is really, the first trailer looked really great. I think everyone was like, "Oh man, this looks awesome." And then the second trailer came out. And animation looks great. Action looks good. But go watch that second trailer and tell me that storyline is not happening, at least for 1 or 2 episodes. But my suspicion is it's for the whole damn season. She becomes the hero of Eternia. He-Man's deballed like every male hero is right now. Man-at-Arms is dead. Which I think, Coach, you're a big Man-at-Arms fan. I
like Man-at-Arms.
Don't get attached to him. He's going to die. And so there you go. Teela will be the savior of Eternia. He-Man's going to be like that shitty effing piece of crap Iron Fist comic where he gives up the Iron Fist and Danny says, "I was never that good at being the Iron Fist anyway." That'll be the same kind of crap that Prince Adam's spouting. "I was never that good of a He-Man anyway."
So then
we'll Prince like Rocky.
Hey yo, I wasn't that good anyway. Hey
I wasn't too good, Hey.
That's pretty good, actually.
Small guy.
Yo, Adrian, Go.
Oh no.
Come on, man.
I want to
Cut-
know though. Do
cut
you
me, man.
think then
Cut me.
He-Man will even be around? Will he be Prince Adam, or will he just be like gone? Will somebody kidnap him, whatever, and he's not there?
Oh no, it's gonna be insult to injury. I wish we could pull up that still of
What are
the
we?
of the Butchie Tila, and in the background, Prince Adam looks. They're drawing him very effeminate. So not only is he gonna be deballed, he's gonna be totally, worthless. Won't be able to fight or do anything. And Tila's gonna be there to save the day. Which, hey, again, why you didn't need to change Tila? She was already cool. Everyone likes Tila. I mean, what the hell?
I'm trying to find it, and I'm not going to be able to find it.
It's just we're just getting gaslighted, man. I get so sick of it.
But this
Every
is
day.
what's sad is we enjoy He-Man a lot. I mean, we've talked about this before. I think you said you prefer the He-Man toys over even G.I. Joe. These
Yeah.
toys were amazing. I remember being able to twist He-Man and letting him go, and they just have that spring action and just
Man.
could hit somebody over across the room. That
It's
was
like
just
the greatest
awesome.
toy ever, man. Yeah, it really is.
But now it's just weird. It's just a weird situation right now.
And if I'm wrong or we're wrong, I will gladly eat my words. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's like, oh man, this wasn't anything like they were saying. This really is a kick-ass show. I would be very excited to be wrong. But man, the tide is what it is right now. Everything geek culture, it feels like most of the things being produced are in defiance of us, like of the old time fans, especially
I'm not old.
our
Shut up.
especially especially dudes. And I hope it's a trend or it's a fad, excuse me, that just kind of plateaus and then starts to get more reasonable, but it just feels like most of the things that we're going to have coming out right now are going to have that, and He-Man's one of them.
I am like really excited for this because I think the artwork, the graphics look unbelievable. I mean, they look great.
Yeah, it looks really
So
good.
I'm so hoping that this. I'm so hoping. So for some reason, Kevin Smith's just doing this to be a jerk, and it isn't anything what somebody has heard. He's just playing along. But I have a real bad feeling that it's exactly what they're going to be doing.
I'll tell you what, if it's what we think it could be, I'm going to love to hear his excuse, rebuttal, what have you. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out.
The excuse and rebuttal we'll never hear. He will never say anything about it. He will act like it's nothing to do and just move on.
I guess he'll have to. I mean, but he's going to get bombarded with, you are an effing liar, basically.
And he is. And the bad thing is, I mean, he is either way it happens, maybe not to the extreme if it doesn't go the way everybody's acting, but just flat out simple. I mean, he has been caught in a couple lies already.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, it's like, dude, you outed yourself that you were never even into He-Man.
Yeah.
And so what better way to take a property and project what you want in it? Oh, I want to have a female empowerment show. Well, why not He-Man? I don't have any emotional attachment to it anyway. I can piss all over it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Who's watching TikToks?
That's
Not me.
Yeah, where is that coming from? Oh, we've got a ghost.
I just love hearing your voice.
It's 100% Ref.
Ref?
Okay. So another question about Kevin Smith, because I've enjoyed his past movies and all that kind of stuff. I actually like his podcast that he does. was it Fat Man and
Fat Man on Batman. Batman on Fat Man. Batman.
well, it's Fat Man is
Something like
something,
that.
right?
Yeah,
And
Batman and Batman.
so when has he always been how we're seeing him right now, and I just haven't noticed, or what?
No, and
he
I
had
was
a-
listening to someone
he
the
had
other
a
day.
major-
Go ahead, Ref.
Yeah, he had a major medical issue.
Yeah, massive heart
Yeah.
attack.
Massive heart attack. Should have
He
died.
died. Yeah, he almost died.
And he's been a little bit different ever since. You know, he's become real health conscious and stuff like that. But like, you know, Ace and I were kind of addicted to his show, you know, Comic Book Men on AMC, and
I watched that too. It was great.
Yeah, we
yeah, and
watched pretty much every episode almost.
his friends are great. You know, those guys that you know run a store.
Ming
Yes.
Chen was at our local convention
So
not too long
it's
ago.
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's
really?
Fat Man and
Fat Man
Beyond.
Beyond. Yeah.
No,
So, yeah,
so you're saying it hasn't recently. He's never really been what he is until this accident or medical condition that he had.
he's always been pretty positive.
Yeah, I
So
think he's just everyone says he was always just kind of like tells it like it is and kind of was anti-studio, anti-corporate kind of stuff, really hardcore fans, and let's, keep it real. I mean, he may have had different opinions on what made a character cool, but he was genuine about it. And now I don't know, he's a corporate dude now, and like I said, every freaking trailer he gets sent, he watches it and balls, and it's like the greatest thing he's ever seen.
okay,
Like,
here's my question: when somebody gets
fine,
to that kind of a change, and man, I might go too far on this,
yeah.
but it's about money. So my question is,
Yeah.
has he hit his plateau and now he's doing He-Man on Netflix? Is he willing to do whatever it is to make it how they want it just because he needs to be paid?
Oh, I'm sure he's not hurting for money, but at the same time, he wants to make more money. It's not like he's Tom Cruise money.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know whatever's changed for him, whether it was the illness, and he just came out with a different perspective and didn't want to be so anti this and anti that, and wanted to just play along and get along and receive the rewards for doing so. So, he's going to be he's last I knew he was a God believer, but very socially liberal. So, he's going to put whatever he wants in his movies, always has, and now he's going to do whatever they ask him to do.
Sam says he hit his plateau before Yoga Hoosiers.
Oh man, I never even watched that. That looked rough. Woo!
I don't know, and I don't know him as well as you all do on what he has done and stuff like that. I just always question something like that when your ethics change a lot. That it's just about I want to make money. And really, honestly, if he would have stood on his ground and wanted to really make a great He-Man, I'm telling you, I think it would have been better for him to do what he wants, like Invincible, like go down that path.
Well, again, let's just think about it. Let's be honest. Doing a straight up He-Man adaptation right now isn't going to check enough boxes. You've got like one female. And you do have low representation for, any black or any other ethnic characters in He-Man. You had Clamp Champ was, I think, the lone black character. So again, my point is like you're not going to check any boxes without making changes.
Right. But changes can still be made without these drastic of change.
Oh yeah, okay. To go along with this too. today it came out. They showed pictures of King Grayskull, and for those of you that don't know, back in 02 or 03, they had the other cartoon introduced King Grayskull, ancestor of He-Man. Well, now they've introduced him again in this show. Oh, all of a sudden he's black. And it's like, wait, what now? Well, the producer said there was too many blonde white dudes in the show. They had too many blonde white dudes. So everyone's like, why the hell don't you create some new characters? There are so many kick-ass new characters you can create for a He-Man type world. Go for it. Well, they said people don't take a new character seriously and it gets tossed aside. Well, what are you talking about? That failure's on you then.
Yeah.
Create a good black character and make him relevant, or she, but no, this is the easier thing to do. Even though it makes zero sense. I can't even understand it. But that's where we're at. So again, He-Man isn't going to check enough boxes. So you got to make changes if you want the property to be made. So,
Ref, got anything else?
Stratos, my favorite He-Man character. I think he needs to be somewhere in it. Somewhere.
I
think he'll be in it.
I hope he is. I haven't seen him yet on any of the trailers, but I hope he's in it.
Shit. I'm not going to hold my breath.
I think he is in it.
I like Cyclone. He's my other B-list He-Man character I like.
Manny Faces.
I like that.
Ooh, Manny Faces. They got so many good characters, man. They better have them in there. So, hey, you know what, though? Ending on a positive note, let's hope we're wrong. There's a lot going for it. If it can hit and be cool. So, we shall see.
Hey, and I do have out too. And I do have an exciting news. Like, we're reaching I think it's the last week of filming for Black Adam. I think this is pretty exciting times.
DC fandom is going to be fire.
I'm telling you, this is their time right now if they wanted to make a move, and they have a chance.
You're right, Ref. Black Adam going to be done filming. Oof, man, that was so high on my priority list. It's
and tomorrow look for a TikTok on mine and possibly Ace's review on Black Widow, and we'll see.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed
that it doesn't completely suck. And Ace, have you been able to tell anybody what we're doing next month?
Oh, we're gonna have an exciting adventure.
And
hopefully we can Planet Comic-Con.
And we'll be live at a Comic-Con to maybe shoot some chats live and have some fun.
Man, you could seriously do TikTok live or anything like that. That'd be great.
Yeah, we will. Hopefully you can get me on camera berating Marvel writers and artists about how bad they suck. I would never do that.
That'd be great. We could do this too. StreamYard. We could do that live too.
Well, I mean, I'll be there to help old man Ace guide his way through technology. So,
I am not a smart man, but I know
he's gonna get his jitter.
I know what love
is. His jitterbug flip phone here very, very soon.
I've got my walkie-talkie.
There you go. All right. Well, I think we're out. Sam, I thank you for staying up late and enjoying this. I hope you have fun.
Late.
Thanks, you, Sam.
Ron, wherever you went to,
subscribe.
I hope Kang didn't.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Peace out.